There is endometriosis and PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. It's all similar yet very different. They can be clubbed together and confused with one another, yet it could be a misdiagnosis with endometriosis being ignored. Let's look to clear this confusion, considering I have both conditions and many say, aren't they the same thing? Please remember that I'm a patient who is sharing her experiences. I'm not a medical professional, so please seek professional advice from your doctor for your health concerns. Let's do the obvious thing first. Let's see what both these conditions are before we jump into figuring out what their similarities, differences are, and how to be diagnosed with them, along with some of my personal experiences thrown in. If you already know what they are and wish to skip ahead to the various sections in this video, then check out the description box for the various timestamps for you to be able to do that. And while you're scrolling through down, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, a quick answer to what is endometriosis. Endometriosis is a horrible, painful condition in which multiple complications occur when the tissue that lines the inside of the uterus, which releases as a period every month, is found growing outside the uterus. Symptoms of this condition include pain, heavy bleeding, irregular periods, painful intercourse, infertility, bloating, nausea, constipation, diarrhea, fatigue, and hormonal imbalance. I have put together a lot of blog posts content on my website, allthingsendometriosis.com, and video content on endometriosis on this channel of mine, which I will link in the description box for your reference to help give you further detail. So now, what is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, PCOS? Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome is a hormonal disorder in which the ovaries produce an excess amount of male hormone, androgen. This hormone then disturbs the development and the release of the egg. Sadly, it's found that the underdeveloped the immature eggs become cysts. These don't release and build up in the ovaries itself. So during most of my ultrasounds, I have been told that I have bulky ovaries. That bulk is a visual representation of the cysts. Oh, and the cysts are fluid-filled sacs. So all this then causes irregular periods, very long periods or no periods, heavy bleeding or little bleeding, pain, infertility, and another symptom which I'll explain next. To do that, let's get back to the hormone androgen. An increased androgen causes excess facial and body hair. This is called hirsutism. I have written a blog post about this, which I will link in the description box. There is also an increase in acne, which I have written about, and also the remedies I follow for it are explained. So again, please check the description box for that until I don't make a video for all those topics. Thankfully, I haven't experienced male pattern baldness, which also occurs with an increase in androgen. But I have experienced hair loss from medication in general. Again, just in case you're wondering how I help reduce this, I've written about it too. So again, the description box is the place to be. Okay, enough of me plugging in other articles of mine. Why are endometriosis and polycystic ovarian confused with each other? In my case, because I had both conditions, I had a hormonal disbalance, hirsutism, heavy bleeding, pain, longer than usual periods, and bulky ovaries. Other than hirsutism and bulky ovaries, the symptoms tend to overlap for both conditions, and that's where things can get confusing. PCOS, according to the Mayo Clinic, say that, and I quote, signs and symptoms of PCOS often develop around the time of the first menstrual period during puberty, unquote. And that's what happened to me. I had symptoms from the first period onwards. I was 11 then, and an ultrasound showed bulky ovaries, and hormonal test showed the disbalance, and plus the hirsutism was starting to come up. So being diagnosed with PCOS was easy. I was too young to be put on the pill, but eventually I had to when I was 13 or 14. The fact that PCOS symptoms overlap with endometriosis, it took a lot more probing and prodding with the gynecologist to push the idea that something else was off. It wasn't just PCOS. My instincts told me that, and I could have been wrong, but I went with it. With the level of pain and the type of heavy bleeding I was going through made the doctors believe that I could have endometriosis. I was told this when I was 12. Luckily I was. Luckily the gynecologists I met understood endometriosis enough to suspect it. Otherwise, most women have to wait an average of 7.5 years to be diagnosed with it. But this was a strong, believable theory, but the only way to really confirm endometriosis was through a laparoscopy and testing of the tissue samples, which was finally done when I was 18. Finally, my endometriosis was confirmed. The overlapping of symptoms can lead to patients of endometriosis being stuck with just their PCOS diagnosis. Okay, so now I have both conditions. How do I treat my PCOS and endometriosis? Both conditions benefit from a good, clean, hormone-free diet and regular exercise. These two important things don't just help live a healthier life and improve fertility because it regulates the hormones which help the release of eggs, but they also help control sugar levels, as type 2 diabetes is known to occur in those who have PCOS and endometriosis. I've done a video on my endometriosis and PCOS diet, which I'll link it to this video, and I'll also link it in the description box so you can have a look. As for exercises, I speak about this in a blog post where I speak about the treatments I use to manage my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. There's a section on physiotherapy and exercise, which could be beneficial. Again, check out the description box for that. Also, the gold standard in reducing the recurrence of endometriosis is through laparoscopic excision surgery, which I had in September 2019. To know more about the cost, how to prepare for it, and what to expect after, please check out the description box for relevant blog posts and videos of mine where I dive into all the details. I know I've added a lot of references to my blog posts and the videos I've created, but they're all relevant branches to endometriosis and PCOS. So I don't want to give you very basic information here, which isn't going to give you much. So I think it'll be best to check them out. If you feel something is missing or wish to know more about anything I've mentioned, then please get in touch by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and you can leave a comment even if you wish to say anything else. That space is all yours. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That's it, everyone. Take care, and thank you for watching.